You do not need to make yourself small in order to make other people feel more comfortable.
I have been on a journey for the past 2 months, and I didn't know it was going to lead me to the fact that I make myself small. And I know that's weird because if you know me, 1, I'm an extrovert, 2, I'm pretty opinionated, and 3, I'm kind of loud. So when you think that I would be a person that would struggle with taking up space, that would seem insane. And that was a defense mechanism that is very uncomfortable to unlearn. Because even though I can take up space in the way that I have trained myself to, that's ultimately me masking the fact that I don't feel comfortable taking up space. And yes, I can bring it back to like 2 or 3 different incidents in my life that made me feel like I needed to make myself small. In particularly 2 relationships that I've just needed to shrink myself in order to be in. And it is hard to unlearn that. Especially some of them go back to when I was a child. But even the littlest things, like when I'm in line at the grocery store, I feel like I need to hurry, even though it's not in my control, just because there's people waiting behind me. If I'm in traffic, I'm gonna go the fastest I can to make sure I'm not in anyone's way. I walk really staggeringly fast, and I didn't realize that might be a defense mechanism, though it's actually played out well for me because my kids keep up with me no matter how fast I walk. But interestingly, it's because I was willing to put myself through the pain of eating fast, walking fast, or driving fast, just so that I wasn't potentially getting in anybody else's way. And it's one of the things that I knew I needed to grow through, because this started with the fact that whenever I have a mic in my hand, I talk super fast, and nothing I can do in my brain will slow me down. Because all I can think of is if I don't talk as fast as I possibly can, they're going to disengage and they're not going to listen, and then why am I even up here? So it wasn't that I was talking fast in order to get my point across. It was that I was talking fast to make sure that people didn't get bored of me and I wasn't rejected. And that sucks. Oh, it sucks. But now that I am processing the fact that I do not need to make myself small, I've been doing these very intentional things in order to take up space. Interestingly, I have no problem making myself big when my kids are around. I can dance, I can laugh, I can sing, I can run around, I can have fun. It's basically all of the other relationships in my life that I try to shrink myself a bit. Humorously enough, I don't shrink myself here, which means I am more comfortable with my TikTok stranger family than I am with some of the relationships I have in my life. And I don't know if this will help you, but this is how I'm processing through it. I'm spending time each morning really meditating and focusing on what my body feels like, where it's holding tension. And then throughout the day, when I'm in different circumstances, I track that tension. Am I shrinking my shoulders down? Or am I staying in a confident posture? And tracking this, it now almost feels like I'm dragging things on my back. Like aspects of myself that were safety mechanisms at one time that I don't need anymore and I can let go of. Now that I've identified them and realized I don't need them, I can let them go. But it's kind of like letting go of a familiar friend. Or frenemy. Healing ourselves is like layers of an onion. You peel off one layer and you find a whole other one. Which is good, but it kind of sucks. But it's good.